Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that, chat. We had to restart. We have the tracker back now, I believe. So while we were gone, DT went into Skull Woods, and Willard went into Thieves Town. Willard found Bombos, and that was about all I saw.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing we saw. To catch up a bit, DT did find that sword in Eastern, fortunately, which will allow him to do Skullwoods. Willard found the sword in Lake Hiley Island.
And DT just killed a moth, which is not easy to do on Fighter Sword, but he did it.
Yeah, that was a really nice find. I'm not sure if that was the first or the second item in Skullwoods.
I'm not quite sure either. I was trying to read chat and watch two streams at the same time while the stream was
Yeah.
down. So,
Yeah, and let's see if DT decides to go to the graveyard ledge now, since this is probably one of the last nice chances he's going to have. We do know the book is over there.
I don't think he's checked Bumper Ledge yet, so... And he does have that cape, so that'd be a good check. But I would expect him to go down and do Thieves Town after this, since that is another crystal. Nope, he is going to do Graveyard Ledge. Okay, well, he'll get that book. We'll see if that leads to anything eventually.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, DT clearly ahead in the crystal department right now. Willard does have a few extra checks in the overworld.
Willard probably going to do Skullwoods after this. It's pretty easy to do both of those back-to-back since, you know, they're right there and everything.
Yeah, and he already did the south route, so... And Graveyard Ledge, so Bumper Ledge and Skullwoods. And I mean, he could even check the pedestal.
It does have that book. He is literate.
Not sure if we could really see much progression there anymore. Don't think so.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking stock of where we are in this seed. I don't think so. Willard showing us a fun little glitch that lags the game, so he's losing a couple frames there.
Yeah, so we're missing Kane and Mitz. Mitz is like the big item right now.
Mitz and Kane, yeah, and I think that might be it. It depends on if Desert's... No, Desert's appended, so it doesn't matter.
Well, and our runners are missing a sword as well. I mean, Willard will get the Eastern Palace one, but let's see if DT finds the one in the island.
It would be kind of funny if, like, Mitz or Kane was on a tablet and they needed a sword for that. And that sword was somewhere dumb, but, you know, whatever. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah. We could have any progression, really, in Desert Palace, even in the Green Pendant. If Desert Palace is not boots locked.
Yeah, Mitz and Kane both can't be on PED because they're both required to complete Misery Mire, which is a pendant. So both runners just retracing each other's footsteps again.
Yeah, I mean, what does thing is after Thieves Town, what does DT have to do to catch up?
Well, just the South Dark World stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and those flippers over there, and maybe find the sword.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if DT has done anything that Willard hasn't. Oh yeah, he did Eastern Palace and Pod. Okay,
Yeah,
that's where the
that's
time.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's quite a huge lead over there, I think. Twofold crystals, and I mean, unfortunately, we didn't find much progression. The sword was important though.
Willard's also done like Pyramid Fairy and Catfish, and I think a few other overworld checks. But yeah, they're all really sparse overworld checks. DT was off doing crystals that didn't really give any progression, but they're crystals, and that's always progression.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, I think Swamp Palace. I mean, Swamp Palace or Desert, I guess.
With Desert potentially being boots locked and Swamp having 6 items, I'm not sure what the better gamble is there. They've already seen Desert Ledge, so they know there's, that's one of the items that could potentially be there. They already know there's nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy choice to make, I feel. I mean, especially, again, remembering in DT's case, since he kind of needs a decent score in this race. Willard, again, this is his first race, so he can drop this score. So he can just play it a little bit more safe and just get everything out of the way. But of course, you have like a dungeon you potentially don't have to complete versus one you do have to complete, but maybe you can't.
Well, no, Desert's also a pendant, so they don't have to.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, no, totally.
It is
But
the
it
green
is the
pendant.
green pendant.
So there's 3 items, but it's potentially not completable because it could be boots locked. And Willard's saying, to heck with these Gibdos. Just ethering them all.
Yeah, I mean, just with a fighter sword and everything and no half magic, I think it's smart to just play it a bit safe.
Yeah, saving magic for the actual moth fight. Well, I'm just gonna say I have seen Mitts in swamp and like pendant swamp even way too many times. So
Willard going for a fire rod shot and then switching to the hammer. And yeah, that's a really nice fight. And we also see a nice crit by DT.
simultaneous boss kills there is going to be practically simultaneous crystal grabs, except Willard menued.
Yeah, and I think we just saw either a male upgrade or the silver arrows blind, thanks to a hard item pull.
I wasn't watching super closely.
Yeah, and DT probably going to find his flippers. Yeah, and that was so both of the items were in the back of Schoolwoods.
Yeah, and I believe Willard kind of wasted time doing the front too. Generally, you want to route it, so Willard is checking Ped.
Yeah, I mean, probably couldn't have anything, but I mean, maybe the boots or something crazy. But once we're here,
well, you're not going to do 3 pendant dungeons just for boots.
and yeah, Willard.
Okay, Willard is going to go check Desert, and with that book, you don't know. You think there is a philosophy that you find an item that is a potential progression item, and you think, okay, it's got to lead to something, so you follow it. So I can understand that.
Yeah, and I mean, with the book and the flute, like getting into Desert Palace is much quicker than getting into Swamp. We can just get it out of the way.
Yeah, chat pointing out GT could potentially be boots locked, and that's something I often forget. Okay, Desert is not boots locked, but the well, it might be logically boots locked if the small key is on the torch, and it is.
It is. Yeah, so let's see what Willard decides to do. Let's see if we see an item here. We potentially could see both of the items in the dungeon. Oh.
And just bombs on dig spot. Willard not going to go kill Landmo just for the green pendant, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna check a Guinness cave with DT did check in the early game with the flute.
DT gonna go get his second sword.
Oh, and yeah, and will we see a tablet check? We have both of the tablets available.
Well, I don't think you're gonna go up the mountain just to check a tablet, unless you know, it's like last location territory. So you know, maybe you go back up there once you get the mitts and check that tablet. But they already did Hera. They already did all the other light world checks up there. So
Well, DT does have a spike cave, I think, still.
okay, I guess that is 2 checks, but it's still slow.
Yeah. Yeah, probably like swamp into Bombo's tablet.
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Hobo.
Yeah,
Probably
Hobo
and Pyramid.
yeah, Pyramid.
Yeah, the same. Willard did this exact same chain earlier.
Yeah, and we could see a mushroom pickup after a catfish.
Willard hasn't, or DT hasn't done the Zora area at all. Yeah, it might pick up that mushroom.
Willard does have the mushroom.
Oh wait, the chat lied to us. They said mushroom was on Zora Ledge. I meant what, mushroom was in Waterfall Cave. Okay, I don't know. I'm just confused.
Yeah, looking at Willard's tracker, he has turned in the mushroom.
Chat, if you're asking specifically about what glitches are allowed, the rule set is called glitchless, but that's not really accurate. There's a specific subset of glitches that are allowed. It's not quite in line with the same glitches that are allowed in the vanilla NMG speedrun. You can find, if you find the ALTTPR wiki, you can find all the glitches that are allowed and not allowed.
Yeah, and DT going to catfish now. Just getting everything out of the way.
Yep, and this is just more retracing of each other's steps, which you kind of see a lot. Once there's been divergence, everyone kind of has to come back together. So I'm not sure for what DT's going to do after this. I guess he's going to either have to go into desert or swamp. That's, I'm guessing, to be the most likely play.
Yeah. Yeah, and at this point, I mean, you want to find the cane as soon as possible, as the Titan Myths are going to open so many locations. And we could have something terrible in the end, like the Cane of Samaria being in Mystery Mire.
That is true. If the cane is locked behind those myths, then this could get really ugly. Oh, the mushroom is up there. Willard has it? How did he get it? Did he go back there and we just missed it? Because he didn't splash delete to get it while he was over here the first time.
Yeah, chat didn't lie.
We haven't seen Landmolus.
But I mean, yeah, as you said before, it is logically bootlocked.
Oh, right. Landmolus is logically boots locked because you need both. You need the small key. Yeah. Because
I mean, so
key logic says that you could spend the small key in the back on the side door, so the game doesn't want you to soft lock yourself.
yeah, so we could have like logically required boots in Swamp Palace, which truly aren't required. Kind of a funny situation, but I mean, mids are probably in Swamp Palace at this point.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. You know what? I saw Willard check this while the stream was down, I think, and I just tuned it out.
So let's see if DT decides to go to Desert or Swamp Palace at this point.
It looks like it's
Swamp Palace.
The Siren Call of 6 items.
Yeah, let's see if he decides to do the Bombos tablet before or after Swamp. Yeah, it looks like no tablet for now.
With how much of the overworld they've checked, do you think he's going to do left side swamp right away? Like, there's not really very many locations left, so you know, it's either Spike Cave, either one of the tablets, or in here, or as far as he knows, it could be in Desert.
Yeah, I mean, I do think so, like, because especially since the items we are missing are mids and Kane, which can be really dangerous, and this is like the last qualifier race, so do you really want to risk it? And I mean, doing it the first time around is always going to be faster. And at that point, if you just find the mids first in the back and suddenly the Kane is in the left side, that could be absolutely devastating.
Yeah, I think I'd do it in this situation, especially when you find a dungeon item right away.
Yeah, I mean, of course, those 3 dungeon items are always going to maybe help you make that decision on with that map.
I believe that is the vanilla map chest.
I think so. Yeah, and Willard is gonna go down into the Dark Turtle room. Let's hope he doesn't have much problems. He really shouldn't with that fire rod and those many hearts already.
Yeah, the fire rod makes that room so much easier than doing it with no fire sources.
Yeah, and let's remember, Pod is out of logic, so probably that lamp has to be here as well at some point. And well, I mean, if the Titan mids are here, a lot of locations will open.
There was no progression in Pod, so it could be past the mids somewhere. It could be somewhere really awful, like in Pendant Mire.
Yep.
Another reason to learn your dark rooms.
Okay, that's a really nice dark room with fire rod. And let's see what DT. Yeah, you're gonna see left side.
He's just going straight to left side. I agree with this. This is a play that if there's nothing is going to cost you, 2-3 minutes, but if there is something there and you skip it, it costs you the whole race.
Yeah, at this point, especially being a qualifier race, And in DT's case, being his final 5th race, you definitely want to play it sure. Safe. And Willard getting nothing out of pod. Now we'll go into Eastern Palace, and let's hope he doesn't decide to skip the... Don't think so at this point, but the sword was there.
Yeah, I doubt he'll skip it either. Some runners do like to gamble, skipping the vanilla big key chest when there's only one item left to find and just going straight to Armos. But in a situation like this, where there's so few locations left to check, I don't think you do that. It's hard to say for sure that Willard is behind.
Ooh.
They've both just checked different things. What was that in the? I was looking at
Boots.
Oh, was it boots? Oh, okay, yeah, and that's why you do left side swamp.
Yeah, awesome seed.
Good game.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you do at this point? Do you finish swamp?
I think you have.
I guess. Yeah.
It just takes too long to reflood it and everything.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe now you don't finish swamp, but probably you do
now.
These shoes.
So yeah, I mean, probably someone just went to swamp, you know?
Yeah, somebody's gonna have god routed this.
Yeah, because like I think the only terrible item you see was really like the flippers.
I mean, K45 is not a bad check.
But yeah, diver down without Kane, probably, maybe.
You can do diver down with bombs in that room. That's the setup I know. It just depends, I guess, on whether you're comfortable with it. DT must have counted items and figured out there was a dungeon item on the boss and decided, I guess I'm done here.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And I mean, of course, the Kane can't be in pedestal as Myers a pendant, so yeah, you're safe with that.
And now DT has a whole bunch of things he can go do. So, gonna go start doing them.
Yeah, and Willard is doing the left side. Oh, there's the lamp.
Well, there's that lamp. That answers that question. That does make that book logically required, but...
Okay, so where do you go now? I mean, I guess...
To start doing MITS checks. You probably this, and then Dark Death Mountain to see what medallion you need, and then... Because that is actually another... No, they have all the medallions. Never mind. Okay. Then Dark Death Mountain, and then Ice Palace, probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the real question right here, I think. Like, do you go to the mountain, or do you go to Ice?
I mean, actually, yeah. If Samaria is in Ice Palace, then you could just go mode Turtle Rock. Go straight to Turtle Rock and go mode it, and go kill Ganon.
Yeah, and let's see what DT decides to do. I mean, Kane could be in the right side of desert.
DT gonna check desert while he's here. This is a nice safe play.
Yeah, and I mean, the King could be in the green pendant, which could be, I mean, next to it being in Mire, I think it's like the worst possible outcomes.
I don't know if he'll go all the way to land mode, but, 2 items in this dungeon, so...
Okay, that's another one.
With boots, it's real quick to run through here. And yeah, that is Willard's 5th crystal. He needs to get the swamp, though.
Yeah. Okay, and we do see both of the items in Desert Palace. And it doesn't look like DT's just gonna go for the green pendant.
He was trying to... Oh, I'm actually not sure. Okay, it looks like maybe he was trying to run past the portal with a bomb there, and then maybe changed his mind, decided to go do Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, and at this point, I feel like, yeah, Ice Palace is definitely the play. I mean, if it's there, you are done. If not, you are missing like a little bit of time by not doing the icebreaker and having to full clear Ice Palace. But I mean, probably gonna be better than wasting a trip to the mountain.
Willard's going to probably do Tablet and Spike Cave. That's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, well, he already checked Spike Cave, so I think it's only a tablet. I mean,
tablet, he really doesn't want to go into Swamp.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Kane here, yeah, could be big.
Kane doesn't lead to anything, so yeah, it wouldn't really be bad for him to find that. He'd still have to go into Swamp, and that's like just about all he has left.
Yeah, there we have the first item. Yeah, the thing is, if it's here, like, it's gonna be a mode, probably. No. No, well, we did have sort of progression behind the book. But I mean, not really
technically a required item. I mean, the lamp does make Ganon. It makes it a little easier to get the torch glitch, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're on Master Sword. I mean, not so much with half magic and 4 bottles or 3, but it can help.
DC just barely missing the Stalfos quick kill there. And Willard.
Yeah, and Willard.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say he's heading to Mire or to Swamp, but apparently he's going to go check the tablet first.
Yeah, well, he will get his lamp.
Act the King can't be on bed.
Yeah, at this point, Grid Pendant would also be almost as great. Okay, let's see. Oh, big key.
Unfortunately, DT not getting a small key, so unless there's one in Ice Tea, no, he is going to have to go the long way around here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Ice Tea the long way. Well, let's hope Willard. Well, I mean, we don't really know if the boots are required, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Well, no, the big key was on that side too, so he absolutely needs to do left side. But this is Willard's last location. I don't see him skipping it.
Yeah,
he might skip it. He might do it after he does like the rest of the dungeon, but he's not gonna, you know. There's nothing else, I don't think, in the scene.
Yeah, I mean, he could go and kill them more or less, but let's hope not.
I guess that's true. He could decide to skip left side Swamp, then go kill Enmo, and then come back, and that would just be an absolute catastrophe.
And
I spoke too soon. DT did find a key. This is not a way I'm familiar with to route this dungeon. Usually, if I would just give up and go hookshot side, but here we are.
Yeah, he found it in Ice Tea, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's missing one item. And yeah, I mean, Kane over here obviously would be very funny.
It's always funniest if it's an icebreaker room. Because then you just roll your eyes. It's like the game's mocking you.
And I mean, at this point, we have like either Meyer, the bootsack, or the mountain.
All right, this is a big decision. Willard looks like he. Oh nope. Okay, there he goes. Good job, Willard. Got my psychic vibes.
Did DT move the block or something in the wrong way?
He might have. I wasn't watching, but he might have. You can like kind of soft lock that room if you mess up, and you can actually accidentally flip the switch twice, and it causes the door to just close.
Oh.
And you have to go upstairs to reset the super tile.
Quite a nice poster. That's for sure. And yeah, ice was empty.
And yeah, very nice cold stare from DT, but it may have been empty, but he did get another crystal, so that's his 6th crystal, and now we just need to find that cane. And one of the good things about that is that we know it can't be into a rock.
Yeah, that's the only nice part. I mean, at this point, you can probably get the boot sacks out of the way, or you can go to a mountain where you have the most sacks.
Yeah, I mean, a save and quit to Sank wouldn't have been probably a bad idea there, and then flute to mountain. And just get those other 2 checks in case it's there, so then you're up the mountain already. But
yeah, the mountain with 6 checks, I believe, right now. It's probably going to be the better option. I mean, a play would be like to say, I'm going to do the boots checks and then Meyer to only make a trip to the mountain, but
yeah,
the mountain is quick.
Well, yeah, you want to check probably the mountain first, just because it's not that bad to get up here, and this is 6 checks. And these are our locations. We have these 6 checks. We have King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks, which are 2 more. We have potentially 2, maybe only 1 in Meyer. And we have Lanmo with the green pendant, and I think there is not an item on Lanmo.
Oh yeah, Smith Chain. That's very right.
Oh, we haven't done Smith Chain and Hammer Pegs, I believe, also.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, being a qualifier, especially in the mountain, is a smart play, I think, because if it's just this and it's like the... Oh, wow!
And there it is. And that put...
And there's the cane.
At 1 hour, 12 minutes, and about 17 seconds, In the Name of DT enters Go mode.
Yeah, and I was just saying, that's the thing, right? If someone just goes there and the cane's there, like, everything else is going to be a time loss.
That's true. I was also going to say DT hadn't done Spike Cave and the tablet, so that was actually 8 items up there. But it was, from his perspective, it was, real good item density.
Yeah, and Willard is going to do the boots checks. Yeah, but let's not forget again, I mean, at this point, Willard can play it like more safe than DT, being his first race versus the last race for DT. So yeah, that cane over there was...
Yeah, it's not like this is going to sink Willard or anything. This is his first race. If he does poorly, it'll be dropped, so... And we found, well, that's not great. I do believe, yeah, it was a fire shield, a small key, and I didn't see what was in the first chest, but it wasn't a key. You generally want 2 keys, and oh, he didn't go to the first chest. Okay. Well, that would be why I didn't see it.
Yeah, and there we are. And key over there. Yeah, and Willard just gonna clear the completable crystal that he has available, and probably going to go to the mountain after that.
I would hope he does that and doesn't decide to do Meyer as a gamble, you know. Okay, DT did get that big key. Not going to have to. He's going to be able to steal the key from the pokey. He is not going to have to open the vanilla big key chest, which is never fun because then you have to do the whole dungeon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always nice. I mean, we could see a laser blade check for a sword, maybe. Depends on the keys, probably. A little bit of problems with the pokey, but it's...
Fortunately, they both have half magic. That does make killing these pokies with Master Sword a little easier. You have plenty of shots. Good game knowledge there. There is a bunny beam underneath that skull that he powdered, and that gets you a free fairy.
Yeah, that's always nice. And we are skipping the big chest as well. I mean, we already have a key.
Yep, the only danger there is if there is a small key in the vanilla big key chest and the big chest, then you will be required to go get one of those. But I think that's about a 4% chance.
Yeah, and we did get another small key, so DT could skip laser bridge if he decides to.
We do still have 2 swords out there, so 4 chests on laser bridge might be worth checking. Depends, I guess, on how confident he feels, how far behind he feels, and you know how confident he is in his laser skips. It's gonna go straight for Trinex.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do have like lamp, half magic, a ton of bottles. You don't have like...
He did buy 2 potions. I don't think he's used either of them yet.
Yeah, and you even have like powder in it. I don't know if you want to get a fairy just in case. So you should be okay, and you can always find the sword in GT. Yeah.
He has cape. He did pick up a sword in a bottle, so yeah, you should be fine. A fairy in a bottle, not a sword in a bottle. I don't know what a sword in a bottle would look like. That'd be interesting.
And we are seeing a nice Trinex hammer, which shouldn't be much of a problem, but it sometimes can be. Not as much with half magic, obviously. And almost all the hearts we can have in hard item pool.
Yeah, and a nice Trinex kill with Master Sword. Meanwhile, Willard making his way through Ice Palace.
Yeah, I do think like going to the right side first. He did have a bit of a faster route. Well, yeah, right now DT is going towards Cannon's Tower.
And that was DT's 7th crystal, and I actually forgot about this, but chat's already on top of it. So there are 22 locations inside GT where the big key could be. And go ahead and get your number in there before he enters. Where do you think that big key will be? Matt Cap, where do you think it will be?
I think it's gonna be Rando Room.
I always guess 11, just because. I don't have any specific reason for that. Alright, I guess we're going right today.
Yeah, let's see if we get a small key or not.
This is a pretty common opener. You'd go right, or check Hope Room there, and if you get a small key, you keep going right, otherwise you go left.
Yeah, meanwhile, Willard entering Pulsar.
So far we are up to 3 and still no luck.
Now we can see boots weren't really required for this seed, but I mean, with the big key being there right next to them.
Yeah, you're just glad to have them. This game is so much more fun to play with boots.
Yeah. Okay, that's our check number 7.
Junk and a small key, and that was, yeah, we're up to 7. Meanwhile, Willard getting his 6th crystal.
Yeah, let's see what he decides to do right now. Okay, the desert area with Meyer, or mountain probably.
Willard is going to go to the mountain, so he is going to get his cane. That's good for him.
Yeah, from there he can just go into Turtle Rock.
And I believe that's number 9 there, a small key.
Yep. And 213 right now.
Going into a rando room now, everyone's favorite room that I did not even know existed until I started playing Randomizer. Oh, that's 10, the big key, and it was in rando room. You couldn't open the other chest first, DT. Come on.
So close. Master Sword Silverless Cannon, probably everyone's favorite. Game.
We don't have a
ones.
Yeah, we don't have a bot, but I'm sure somebody gets 10. We will have the bot for the actual main tournament. It's just there are 119 runners in this, so it's possible, chat. You could have gone and looked at some other people's streams and seen where the key was.
Yeah, no one guessed the 10, so...
Yeah, sorry, I kind of wasn't thinking, like, oh yeah, we're at, we're at 7 crystals, aren't we? DT taking out the Cane of Burner to get through Ganon Ball Z there.
Willard happy right now, probably?
I don't know how happy he is last vacationing those gloves, but...
This is not Meyer. Still going into Bunny Cave?
Yeah, checking for a sword, probably. This is pretty quick, and a sword will speed up your tower climb and your Turtle Rock. I mean, not a huge amount, but it is, I mean, what, like 54 spins on Ganon versus considerably less than that.
Yeah, DT getting a bit trolled in Gauntlet 2. But 3 and 4 should be okay as well, and now going into Land Mode 2.
See, this is what I mean. Those red Zyzaxes take 2 hits with the Master Sword to kill versus only 1 with Tempered or Gold Sword.
Yeah, that's probably one of the moments where half magic is going to shine right now.
Yeah, I bet they're both going to be happy that they have half magic there. All right, DT headed to the second half of GT, to the most satisfying rooms in the game. These 2 rooms are actually, like, that first room is super easy. You could probably do that yourself just by watching somebody else do it. This room takes a little bit of practice, but it is not difficult. I say as DT misses one of the Wizards.
Yeah, it is really satisfying once you get it down. And just...
It just feels good to be able to do that.
Yeah. Okay, and let's see if we see a sword here.
I'll see if DT decides to check for one. Just barely enough magic to get those 4 shots off. That's...
Nope.
He's gonna check that chest. And hey, it's the map.
Yeah, I mean, now you know where the chests are in GT.
No, you need the compass for that.
Oh yeah, actually, well, the rooms.
Yeah, you know the layout. When you're right at the top. Mulder and
Boulder not being...
yeah, it's being kind of a
system.
jerk.
Okay, will we see these last chests open or not?
And it's the vanilla Big 20.
Okay, so Master Sword Ganon it is.
You got to be prepared to do Master Sword Ganon. You know, it's a thing that happens.
Yeah. I mean, most people should be prepared, but I mean, Health Magic and Cape definitely helps a lot, if not.
And I know DT has a blue potion still, I'm pretty sure, and he has a fairy, so definitely got some safeties. Not the greatest agate patterns here. There we go. I wasn't counting, but I believe that was a 5 cycle. Might have been a 4 cycle. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and DT around you drop into Ganon to, I don't know, something like a 130, something like that, depending on your Master Sword Ganon.
Sub 130 would be pretty hard, but it's going to be probably like close to a 131.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and Willard with all the hearts.
Nice double spin there.
Yeah, getting some nice patterns there. Getting a lot of double spins in.
That is the worst place for Ganon to stand.
Yeah, bottom right for phase 2 is terrible, but I mean, between Cape and a good position, he's doing the best out of it.
Needs to be careful. Lloyd is going to go ahead and check chests. Nice Samaria kick there to get that beetle off.
Yeah. Let's see what the scene the last is. And DT going for that potion. Does he have a fairy?
I believe he did pick up a fairy in a bottle.
Okay. Just from now, done with phase 2, which is the trickiest part. What we have from now, I mean, it's long, but you just have to be consistent.
Yeah, this is always super nerve-wracking to do with Master Sword. Because you get used to doing it with Tempered or Gold Sword, and it's, you know, it's 12 hits, you feel that, and then, but you're doing it with Master Sword, it's 24 hits. And it just feels like it takes forever.
Yeah, playing it safe with the lamp for the torch glitch, which I definitely agree to, and now going for the triples with the fire rod.
Yeah, if you time it correctly, you can get 3 spins in per cycle of the lamp.
Yes, we are seeing right now from In the Name of DT, and obviously in a Master Sword fight. This 24 spins, if I'm correct.
Yes. Willard having a bit of a Monka S moment there, getting down to 1 heart on Trinex, but got through. And DT just playing super safe here. I say that, he gets hit, so I'm sorry, DT.
Has to be careful right now. I mean, yeah, this is the thing with Master Sword. I mean, you've done it a ton of times, obviously, Silverless Scanner, but it's just so long.
Yeah, it's definitely an endurance fight. Your nerves catch up with you. I mean, that's in a race setting. Like, when you're doing this casually, you're like, whatever. But when you're in a race and, everything's on the line, it's this, and this is the end, the stress just starts to build up. And there we go. All right, all DT has to do is cross this 1x3 bridge as soon as it appears, and he will be taking our race. So get your GGs in chat here.
Yeah, absolutely. GG's in the chat for DT, which played a really fine race.
Yes, and DT finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 1:30:19, putting him at 8th place.
Yeah, so top
10. Yes, a very respectable time. Our other finishes were Ravis with 124, Dr. Mardio with 126, Oasi 101 with a 126, Schultzer, and then Gamachu, Arior, Zelga Disson, and then In the Name of DT. And we are joined by In the Name of DT here in the booth.
Hey.
Hey, GG.
Thank you.
Good race.
GG's.
So how you feeling?
Honestly, I was expecting the result to be a lot worse on this one. Really for 2 reasons. 3, I guess. One, the race pool being over 100 racers. You've always got people going in every different direction. But the big factors for me were that I didn't go to Swamp right away to get the mitts, and then I didn't go up the mountain right away to get Samaria. So my assumption there was that, I don't know, 30, 40 people probably did those things when I didn't, and I was honestly expecting to finish quite a bit further back.
Yeah, as Chad is saying, it sounds like nobody really rushed to Swamp. I mean...
no, bootless Swamp? Why would you want to?
Yeah. That was Willard's downfall. He basically last location Swamp.
I think it was pretty close to me. I mean, you run out of stuff so fast without the mitts. I might have had Spike Cave left. And I guess I could have entered Desert. I think I had the book at that point.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Desert before that. He went up and did the tablet. Let's see what else. Like, you were probably pretty close on checks, but he basically did everything he could to avoid going into Swamp.
Yeah, you actually had both items in Desert, I believe, and what was left was the item behind the green pendant.
Okay, yeah, because the small key was on the torch, so
right.
I guess it'd be still the key.
You had the boots, so you were in there. Right. You were in and out of there basically like real quick, and he had to walk.
Yeah. Gosh, I didn't even feel like the boots really helped that much because I mean they're near the big key that gets you to the mitts, and if you're getting the big key at that point, you're probably I think everybody's probably got the boots in a seed like this then.
Oh yeah. That's part of your path to go mode. I'm sure everyone got those. And nobody's gonna see that big key and think, oh, that's gonna lead to the Titans mitts, and go grab that and not get the boots.
Yeah, probably not. That would be an interesting play.
But Meyer would be my first check after, because it's real quick, and then you probably go to the mountain. Or I probably would have done the bonk checks first, but than the mountain. Yeah, that all made sense. And then Willard did do those boots checks first, and then he went to the mountain. So
yeah, I don't think any of that's incorrect either. It's just try to go for what you can get to quickly, and like doing Lake Hylia and the Hobo and Pyramid Catfish, all the Zora area stuff. That was what 8 items, I think, in less time than it would have taken to do all of Swamps. I mean, like that just made sense to me.
yeah, and I mean, I do have one question. Where were the swords in this seed?
Well, I don't know. I found 2 of them.
Like, yeah, it's the same thing. Willard had his on Master Sword. He's going up GT right now. He's headed towards Rando Room.
Could have been Misery Mire. You know, I mean, if I just had to guess from the locations remaining, Misery Mire, Pyramid Fairy, there's not a lot left out there.
Yeah, because we just saw the GT right side by Willard as well, so it's not there either. Pyramid Fairy could be.
Yeah, no one's going for that, though, considering that that's directly behind TR. But I don't know.
Oh, apparently swords were on Smith Chain. Both swords were on Smith Chain.
Whoa.
Okay. What a seed. Oh, Master Sword Silverless, never fun. But you did real good, finishing 8th. So that's going to give you a pretty good score.
It's gonna help. This is my 5th qualifier, and I can't follow all the math that goes into this stuff, but I had a couple of my qualifiers that kind of flopped, so having this one to just bring that average back up when the low score gets dropped, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, we were looking at your score, and this is Willard's first qualifier. We were looking at yours ahead of time and like noting, you needed not a great score, but just to do well in order to stay in contention here. So I bet I'm just thinking you're probably pretty happy with the results.
All in all, yes. I mean, yeah, no, it was more than anything, like I was just comfortable with how I played. The result is the result, but like I don't feel like anything randoed me too hard. I felt like I played well enough. So I mean, that's like the result is the result. Those are the 2 things that I kind of hope for in every seed, though.
Yeah, well, you definitely played well. Like didn't take any unfortunate deaths or anything. Yeah, you just didn't last location anything. Like you said, you didn't get randoed. So that's the kind of play you want to do when you're doing a qualifier. Just slow and steady. I mean, not slow, but just safe.
Yeah, there's definitely a balance to find, but I don't know. It was an okay seed. Kind of neutral, but more on the enjoyable side, so I'll take it.
Right. Okay. I can't think of any other questions, and we're just watching Willard finish up here. So,
well, I will be hopping on out then. Thanks for the comms, folks.
All right, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Do you have anything else you wanna say? You wanna shout out your channel or anything?
Nah.
Okay. Well, be sure to follow In the Name of DT, and thanks for putting on the race for us. And GG.
Yeah, GG, and see you in the tournament. Okay, and well, we do know now that the swords are not in the Midnight Helmets room.
Unfortunately, Willard does not know that. Gonna keep going through the top of GT here.
Yeah, and I mean, 2 swords in the Smith chain, that's definitely kind of rough.
Yeah, that's pretty mean. You're not gonna get enough time doing the whole Smith chain. You're not gonna save enough time doing that to make up for the time you lose doing it, basically. Because you do gain a little time from those swords.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially in Ganon and in Trinex, it's more consistent for sure.
It makes
Maybe for
yeah,
some experienced runners on these.
not 100%
That's
sure
helpful.
how much time it saves on Ganon, but it makes the tower climb easier. It makes Cold Stare a lot easier. Trinex. We didn't have to kill Argus, but Moth is another one that speeds up.
Yeah, and we see quite a nice Aga 2 by Willard. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, in a seat like this, with so much progression in Pendant Run, this was quite unfortunate for Willard. But I mean, at least we didn't see either runner going into Landmo or Misery Mire.
Willard busting out some
Ooh.
Mario strats.
Nice.
Oh, and Ganon playing nice there, getting right up against the wall.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like that much, but in really big races like this one, like a quick and consistent Master Sword Ganon can help you climb up some spots.
Definitely, when people are finishing within 5-10 seconds of each other.
Yeah, and just going straight for those cane strats instead of using some of the safeties.
And that's just good skill to have in general for one-on-one racing. Anything to shave seconds off. Yeah, Willard having a nice phase 1 and phase 2.
Yeah, for sure. Very, very nice phase 2. No, the third and the fourth sword were in the Smith chain, both. And there was one in Eastern Palace and the other one in Lake Hylia Island.
Ganon once again conspiring with Mother Brain to hide the silvers. On Planet Thebes. That jerk. Little did we know this was an SMZ3 race the whole time.
Yeah, the boots were in Super Metroid all along.
Really getting nice, consistent triples here.
Yeah, really nice Ganon fight by Willard, for sure.
Not quite able to make it up to the top corner there. That's a hard one to get.
Yeah, and his chat is saying, Willard made it really clean, and I think more than one person is going to try it out in the practice hack after this race.
Yeah, I've considered trying to learn that. It's a good. You get double spins off that. It's nice.
I mean, if you just like went into GG's to Willard.
Yep, get your GGs in chat for Willard. So once again, taking down Ganon and about to cross the bridge into the Triforce room.
Yeah, and Willard is gonna finish with an official time of 1 hour 42 minutes and 54 seconds, which puts him 45th out of 119 in this race.
Just some unfortunate routing there with the decision to put off Swamp and not going straight to the mountain. But we'll see if Willard wants to join us here.
Fortunately, I think like no one went from like went to Hype Cave, went to Cave 45, and straight into Swamp, because that would probably have been a much lower top time, which probably brings down lower the score to whoever doesn't go to Swamp as quick.
Yeah, that would have been maybe like a 110 or something. Well, maybe not, because the mitts open so much, you'd have a lot more to check at that point, but it really all just depends. It'd be interesting to watch the VODs for some of these really fast finish times.
Yeah, for some context, again, as Logic said before, the faster time in this race was 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 32 seconds. Just like 6 minutes behind.
And it does look like Willard is going to be joining us here momentarily.
Yep, great.
And we are joined by WillardJBradley. GG's.
Thanks for the GGs.
Okay, so apparently the other two swords, one was on Blacksmith and the other one was on Hammer Pegs. If you haven't heard the news.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't planning on going there unless I had to. Unless I was still looking for Samaria, so no worries.
that was the fun thing we were talking about while you were climbing GT. So yeah, kind of unfortunate about Swamp. It looked like you were trying to put that off at all costs.
Yeah, I mean, I did the classic. As soon as I got flippers, I was like, mitts are going to be in Swamp. And then, I went ahead and did the Village of Outcasts and Skull and Thieves. And I was like, I should go to Swamp now. But when you have crystal dungeons you can do, it's really hard to convince yourself to do it. Unless you feel like you need to make some sort of play or something. And I still felt kind of early on, so I wasn't ready to make that play. So instead I went to Desert before going to Eastern Pod, and then that was Boots Locked. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it seems like... I mean, you could have god routed this if you had just basically gone into the Dark World, done Hype Cave, gone straight to Cave 45, and then just gone and done Swamp. But it doesn't seem like anyone did that, considering the finish times.
Well, I mean, if you get mitts at that point, it also depends on how much of the Light World you've done so far, and, where do you go next once you get the mitts? Do you end up diving Mire for whatever reason? It's hard to say what could have happened, but I'm glad that Samaria was just on the way up to T-Rock, because I was not ready to dive Mire or go finish Desert or go do Smithshade.
Yeah, nobody wanted that.
Yeah. I just wish... I would have rather Boots had been somewhere else, so I could have had them sooner, because Boots start is the only way to play this game.
It is so fun walking around Hyrule.
Oh, it's so rough, especially when you want to go back and grab that mushroom at Zora, or do some other slow overworld checks. It just feels bad.
Yeah, tournament, you listening? Boot start next year, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. It's fine. One question I had was, I thought I read somewhere that they set the prize packs from enemies back to vanilla or something, or did they change something? I was killing green guards in there and they weren't dropping anything. I don't remember if only bombs can be on the rats and the snakes and the blue guards or something. I don't know. So I was struggling to find some bombs, and then I got that 8-pack and I felt a little bit better.
I hadn't heard that. I mean, the way it's been since I started playing, which admittedly hasn't been... It's been 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Is that they're the original prize packs, but they're just shuffled to different enemies.
Right. I just thought I read somewhere that something was slightly changed or something, but...
At least in
Maybe
the
not.
previous qualifiers, it was just like the same with the different price packs,
Okay, well.
as far as I know.
All right, well then I wasn't losing time or wasting my time killing green guards. I don't know. My brain was weird.
We had some stream issues at the beginning of the stream, so we did miss both of your escapes.
Oh, sweet. I got out at like 6 minutes. It was fine.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I killed that hook shot. Got put to good use, killing a lot of enemies. It was great. But yeah, overall, like I haven't played this game in 2.5 weeks. Which is why I haven't been doing any of the qualifiers. So I was going in this ready to be a little rusty, and I felt like aside from just putting off Swamp and getting randoed looking for the GT big key, I felt like this was all right. I'm not happy, but I'm not mad. So it's good. It's all good.
I saw you do some cool stuff, like when you Samaria kicked to get rid of that beetle on the Turtle Rock on the laser bridge. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that one's pretty common, I'm pretty sure. But
well, I mean, no, I like seeing stuff like that, and Samaria strats on Ganon. It's I know like there's a lot of people who can do it, but it's still impressive to me. All right?
Oh yeah, the Samaria strats are fun. I mean, I would have rather have had a tempered sword, but I was fine with that. That was no problem. My right side GT, the mummy switch room, that went perfectly with the Samaria kicks. I was happy with that. That was good.
Anytime anyone can do those Samaria kicks, it's just fun to watch.
I just wish I had not committed to full raid after that point. But you never know. There could have been a sword behind Ice Armos. Who knows? It is what it is. But yeah, this was fun. I'm probably going to try and squeeze in another 4 more qualifiers, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, you got 5 more shots.
5 more?
That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Is there 16 qualifiers?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just showed up. Just got here and wanted to play games. Whatever. But yeah, thanks for the comms. And GG's to DT. What a nerd.
Yeah, this was your first race in the qualifier, so thankfully you are going to have those more chances.
Mm-hmm.
Great race by you, and thanks to...
Yeah, it was a good race, and hope just get back in it, start grinding it out again, and you'll be back up to full par in no time.
Yep. Should be good. Looking forward to them.
I'm definitely looking forward to the tournament because I love watching these, and calming them is fun.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because I wasn't planning on actually joining this tournament, but then the qualifiers ended up going for a little bit longer than I expected, so I actually am able to join. So we'll see if I actually qualify. That'll be the tough part. It's a lot of competition this time around. So
yeah, there are quite a few people. All right, well, good luck to you, and good luck to In the Name of DT. And be sure to follow both of our runners. They put on a great show for us today. And you can follow our restreamer and our tracker. Restreamer was... our tracker was Digidude. Our restreamer was... I should know that. Kirito.
Yeah, Kirito.
And you can follow me and my co-com. I am Logic, and MacCap was my co-com. Thank you for tuning in. And everyone have a great evening. Afternoon. I'm not sure what time it is. I guess it depends on where you are.
Yeah, thank you to Logic as well. Please give him a follow, and thank you to everyone. And the next qualifier will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. EDT, if I'm not mistaken. So do look forward to that. And I mean, as they say, there are fewer qualifiers left. The scores are starting to settle in, and when it gets really exciting.
And there is a lot of other content coming up on SpeedGaming. I don't have the schedule open, but there are, I think, 6 SpeedGaming channels. There's always stuff to watch. You can check out VODs too if you like. So we will see you later. And like I said, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you all.